Welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician, and today we're going to be going into my EcoFlow products. I have the River 2 Pro and the Delta 2 Max. One being from the River series lineup, one being from the Delta series lineup. There is a big difference between the two and some similarities. So in this video, we're going to be going over the differences and similarities of the two units. I'll also be discussing kind of which unit is good for which items, I guess. And kind of hopefully helping you decide which unit is best for your needs so you don't go overspending for a unit that you don't need all those extra capabilities or anything, or if you can get by with the smaller unit, or if you plan on running larger appliances or multiple things, if going with the bigger Delta series is necessary. So hopefully you guys get some good information out of this. Once again, if you guys want specs, features, all of that, I do have two videos, one on each unit that goes over an in-depth review on all the specs, features, and pricing of each unit. So those videos are available for you guys on the channel. But in this video, we're just going to be going over the differences, similarities, and what each unit is going to kind of be good for. So if you guys enjoy, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below if I forget to mention anything. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Keep in mind that right now, if you're looking at an EcoFlow product, right now is kind of the time to figure out which one you want to go with, because they have the Black Friday deals going on all month till the end of November. So the month of November is the time to purchase your unit if you're interested. I will have the EcoFlow website down in the description, as well as the Amazon link down in the description, and I'll have a discount code for you guys that is also good through the end of November. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and let's go ahead and get into this. So here we're going to be looking at my River 2 Pro that I've had for a couple months and my Delta 2 Max. So obviously this being part of the EcoFlow River series lineup, and this being one of the Delta series lineup units. Hopefully this will allow you to better decide which unit will best fit your needs, because none of the units are cheap, but getting the right one for your needs can save you a lot of money in the long run, especially if you have the one that suits your needs the best. No need to pay an extra $800 for a unit that you don't need the extra features or extra capabilities of. So hopefully this will help you decide. I picked up the River 2 Pro on Amazon on a bundle deal. A couple months ago, I got it with a 160 watt solar panel. You can also get it with a 220 watt solar panel. Let's get into which each one is best suited for. So the River 2 Pro, these are just some scenarios that I've used this for, as well as some that you could use it for. I think of the River 2 Pro as a good one for mobility and camping. It's extremely light, and it is good for roughly 2 to 4 days worth of camping, depending on what you're using it for. I use mine to run the diesel heater at night. Now granted, this 12 volt DC port is only rated at 10 amps. The diesel heater does take a little over 10 amps to get the glow plug fully heated, so I actually use an adapter to plug into one of the AC ports, and this allows more power, more amperage to be drawn, and it can run my diesel heater no problem. That goes for both units. So it's really good for running my diesel heater for those a little bit colder camping nights. The process of turning them on is the same, press and hold. If you guys want in-depth reviews on either one of these, I have a video on each one independently, so that's why we're not getting into what the functions are, the ratings of each outlet, the number, all of that. I do have dedicated videos on both of those, so go ahead and check those out if you haven't. Other than the diesel heater, I use this to run my 12 volt powered cooler, which I did a test on it, and this unit here at 768 watt hours ran it for 70 hours. So plenty long, almost 3 days straight without running the solar panel on this or anything, just 100% charge to 0% charge, 70 hours worth of running that cooler. So if I was out on a camping trip and I had the solar panel hooked up, I could continuously pull in, as long as the sun's nice and bright in the sky, I could run this continuously with the cooler, because it'd be pulling in more wattage than what it would actually be consuming. So these can also run fans, so whether you're at home and you need to run a fan, the power's out or something like that, you can run fans on it. Or if you're out camping, fans can be fantastic because they're a lot more affordable than the portable air conditioning units. So running a fan on this is no problem. You can run a coffee maker on this. Now granted, this is only rated at 800. This is an 800 watt inverter with X boost up to 1600 watts. So it will, or possibly, get into the X boost feature of this unit in order to run that coffee maker. And when you get into the X boost, you will be consuming quite a bit of power. So just keep that in mind. Basically anything with a heating element is going to draw a higher wattage, so it's going to drain the battery on this unit a little bit quicker. So if you're primarily getting one of these to run coffee makers, hot plates, blow dryers, anything with high resistance, high wattage, it's going to drain this pretty quickly, just because heating elements just have a higher wattage than a lot of other appliances. Whereas this one, with the larger battery capacity and the larger inverter, will handle those heating elements a little bit better. This is also perfect for charging phones, tablets, laptops, things like that. You have 3 USB-A ports and a USB-C port. And then any like LED lights that you may have around the campsite, anything like that, this is going to be good for. When you get into home backup, the Delta series is really going to be what you're looking at, unless you're just running this for, let's say, your CPAP through the night to make sure that you can keep that going, or maybe just a fridge or something like that, then this might be okay. But if you're looking at running multiple appliances during a blackout or a power outage, then the Delta series is going to be more geared towards what you're looking for. This is more for mobility and versatility on smaller, shorter camping trips and stuff like that. As far as the Delta 2 Max, where this is good for roughly 3 to 4 days, you're looking at 5 to 9 days. Once again, that all depends on what you're running on the Delta 2 Max. With this being 768 watt hours and this being 2048 watt hours, this one does have almost 3 times the battery capacity of the River 2 Pro. So definitely a lot larger battery. With that comes a little bit heavier weight. So the Delta series, it's not going to be as mobile, or I shouldn't say that. It's still very, very mobile. It's just not as light. So depending on how much you're going to be moving this around will depend on which one you want to get. This one, the River 2 Pro, being 17.2 pounds, it is quite light. And then you have one carrying handle in the back, whereas the Delta 2 Max is 51 pounds roughly, so a little bit heavier, but it does include a handle on the front and a handle on the back, so it still makes carrying it reasonable, and you can still fit it in any vehicle. You know, it's still very compact, so it's still versatile. It's just, if you're not looking at carrying around 50 pounds and you can get away with what these River series units can do, then this may be the route to go. As far as the Delta 2 Max, I've actually ran power tools on it, angle grinders, chop saws, my air compressor. You can run a welder on it up to 20 amps. So power tools, not a problem. Now getting into running multiple power tools at the same time, that's where you may hit its limit, just depending on what type of power tools you're running multiple of. Other than that, this is going to have no problem with the hot plates, even with the higher resistance and wattage of, you know, heating elements. This unit has a 2400 watt inverter with X boost up to 3400 watts, I believe, 34 or 3600. So it's not going to take a toll as badly on this battery as it would this one. Plus this one has the larger battery, so you have bigger capacity and a bigger inverter. So it's going to handle those higher wattage items a little bit better. With the Delta 2 series, where this is 768 watt hours, that's just what you get. This one being 2048 watt hours, you can actually expand. It does have 2 expansion ports where you can get over 6,000 watt hours. So if you're looking at home backup, running multiple larger appliances, things like that for a while during a blackout, this is going to be great for that because it's expandable. You can run your air fryer on this, your washer and dryer on this, a full-size fridge. This one will run a full-size fridge, but once again, that is going to be a little bit higher wattage, and it's going to only be able to run for a couple of hours on this unit, whereas this one's going to be able to run it for quite a bit longer. You can run your oven, your portable air conditioner, like I have one of those up in my bedroom. It runs it just fine, no issues whatsoever, so that is nice. The one thing I worried about was when the AC compressor kicked on it, if this unit would be able to handle it, and it does, so that is a good thing to note for this if you're looking at running a portable air conditioner off of this. You can also run TV. This unit will basically run 99% of your appliances, and depending on how many you hook up will depend on how long the unit will run it. But once again, that is expandable up to 6,000. They also have the new Delta Max Ultra, which is a home dedicated backup, which is going to be more suited if you're looking at fully outfitting your house with a home backup system. So that's something to check out. I'll have the link for the EcoFlow website where you can actually subscribe to that product. That's going to be a brand new product they're releasing, and you can get a huge discount on that as well. But once again, there's huge discounts on all of their products. So where this one is 768 watt hours, 2048 watt hours with a 800 watt inverter with X boost up to 1600 watts and a 2400 watt inverter with up to 3400 watts with X boost. This one you can run dual solar panels on up to 1000 watts. This unit does accept solar panels up to 220 watts. So a big difference there in what the solar panel capabilities are. This one has dual ports, and this is just a single port up to 220 or 1000. This River 2 Pro, you can charge from 0 to 100% in less than 70 minutes. I charged mine in 64 minutes, just over 64. It was like an hour, 4 minutes, and 30 seconds, something like that. So charges extremely fast. These charge faster than almost any other power station on the market. So very, very fast charging. This one, depending on how you charge it, there's multiple ways. You can dual charge this with AC and solar to get it charged in an hour. If you just do AC, it's in between 1.1 and 1.5 hours. So just a little bit longer to charge this unit with just AC, but once again, it is almost 3 times the battery capacity, so it's still charging extremely fast. Once again, this one's quite a bit lighter at 17.2 pounds compared to a little bit more weight, but you got more capabilities with this at 51 pounds. This one does have the 3 USB ports, USB-A ports rated at 12 watts, and then 1 USB-C port rated at 100 watts. That's going to be good for, charging your laptop or tablet a little bit quicker than running it off of the USB-A. Then this unit has 4 AC outlets, 12 volt DC rated at 10 amps, and then you have your DC 5521 ports here. I don't really use things like this. You may use it for like a CPAP or other items like that, but it's nice that it's included for those that need it. With the Delta, you're set up a little bit different. You do have more ports on the Delta 2 Max. You have 4 USB-A ports, 2 at 12, 2 at 18 watts, and then you have 2 USB-C ports at 100 watts. And that's it as far as the front. The rest of your ports are going to be on the back of the unit, where you have your charging portion up here for your dual solar panels, your AC, your reset, and your fast and slow charge. And then you have 6 AC outlets, your 12 volt DC rated at 10 amps, and your DC 5521 ports. So same ports, just a different amount. There is a big price difference in between this. You're looking at anywhere from $470 for this unit up to roughly $800, depending on if you get the 220 watt solar panel with it, or you can get the 160. It's going to be around $700, so that's a great deal. I think I paid $740 for mine with the 160 watts, so the deals are even better than when I purchased this. And then the Delta 2, it's going to come in a little bit higher. Obviously, the capabilities and capacity of this is quite a bit larger. This one is going to start out at around $1,600, and then depending on if you get it with the extra expandable batteries, or if you get it with the 220 watt solar panel or the 400 watt solar panel, it goes up to roughly $2,200. So while these aren't cheap units, they can be a lifesaver, and depending on what scenario you're using this in, whether home backup or mobile camping or trips or anything like that, they can definitely be great units and well worth the price, and much better than running a gas-powered generator. The similarities between the two units, you're looking at the same battery type. They both run the LiFePO 4 battery, which is a fantastic battery. Not only with the times that you heard on recharge, obviously that's extremely quick, but they also have an extremely long life cycle. They have 3,000 cycles or 10 years worth of battery life before that battery capacity drops to 80%. That's an extremely long time that these units will run, and then that just drops to 80% battery capacity. It's still going to be good after that. So long battery life. Both also have Bluetooth app capabilities where you can control these units, control what ports you want activated. You can control the charging. There's a lot of capabilities through the app on these units as well. They both have a 30 millisecond emergency switchover. So if the power goes out and you have your desktop hooked up to one of these units, it's going to continue to run that desktop without the desktop shutting down. They both allow pass-through charging. So let's say you need to charge these devices. Let's say this one charges with 1800 watts. If I were to plug in an item that uses 500 watts, it is then going to allow 1300 watts to charge this unit while 500 watts pass through to the item or appliance and allow it to be used. And then once this thing is fully charged, whatever wattage you need will just pass through this unit. So that is capable on both. They both carry a 5-year warranty, which is fantastic because a lot of the other ones on Amazon that you see, the no-name brands, you may not even get a warranty. You may get a 1-year warranty, and then a lot of the other competitors with decent power stations are around a 3-year warranty. So the fact that these carry a 5-year warranty is fantastic. The fantastic thing about these power stations is you have, unlike a gas or diesel generator, you have no fumes, almost no noise whatsoever. So that's one of the top things for me because I hate listening to a generator run all the time. And then no maintenance, no oil changes, no worrying about carrying fuel around, no changing out anything. You're good to go. Make sure it's topped off before you go on your trip. Bring a solar panel along or another way to charge it if need be. That's it as far as the similarities and differences. If I forgot to mention anything or you guys have any questions on them that I may have forgot to mention, please feel free to just drop a comment down below and I'll do my absolute best to answer it for you. But once again, if you're interested in either the River series or the Delta series, they have the best deals going on right now. The links will be down below as well as the discount code. And if you guys enjoyed, make sure to smash that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.